What's up, my fellow legendaries? Dragon Ball Z here. Nope, but today we do have some more updates from CoroCoro. That's right, we have Super Saiyan Pokemon. Confirmed. Actually, they are called Mega Pokemon. But, yeah. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing. I thought it was a picture, but apparently you can't click on pictures anymore. So yeah, the stats have not been confirmed, so I'm not really sure how much it's going to impact, but their abilities have, most of their abilities have been. Blaziken, well, we'll go over. Okay, so we'll start with Mawile. Mawile, well, it says here, I'm just going in the order it says. Like, I'm just going to read this little blurb it says. They are called Mega Mawile is Steel Fairy type. And, so it's a okay, Mawile has been confirmed as also Steel Fairy type. Mega Mawile has huge power. Mega Blaziken has speed boost, so that means they're pretty much it's pretty much guaranteed to stay Ubers. Unless it has really pathetic stats. Mega Lucario has adaptability, which we were talking about earlier. That's going to be really OP. Mega Absol has magic bounce. Well, I don't think it's going to be NU anymore. And Mega Mewtwo has Insomnia, which pretty much means screw you, Darkrai. We're not going to be able to use you in Ubers anymore. And Mega Ampharos has Mold Breaker and its electric dragon type. Holy crap. Man. Okay, so it's staying Ubers. Really? Yeah, I don't see it dropping to OU unless like all Pokemon become Mega. Like there's gonna be like a wouldn't it be awesome if there was like a different meta game? Like there's Uber's meta game, then there's the Mega meta game for all the Mega Pokemon. That would be cool though. You have to admit. Well, it depends how many we get. I mean, if we only have 6, then no. Yeah. Granbull needs to get Fairy type. I mean, Fairy entries in the Pokedex. It's called the Fairy Pokemon. It's been called the Fairy Pokemon since Generation 2. If it doesn't become Fairy, something's wrong. Anyway, let's start with, well, Mawile we don't know because it depends what moves it gets and stuff. Let's go with Mega Lucario based on the moveset it already gets and being OU. Okay. Adaptability. It now gets Bullet Punch, which has the power of a Technician boost. And it gets so it's basically a choice banded hit. And close combat is going to hurt. I mean, man. I mean, Sash. Or even, you could run Choice Banded. I would. Let's think of some things right here. One, the only priority that actually matters to Lucario is Mach Punch and Vacuum Wave. And its speed pretty much nerfs them. Like, I think it's still going to outspeed most things. It's faster than Caesar. Do you think this is going to be choice banded, or do you think it's going to still be Sash SD with Bullet Punch, close combat, and possibly extreme speed? Yeah. The only way I can see Mega Lucario, well, I don't think it's gonna go Ubers, because it doesn't seem like it has enough power to be pushing Ubers. Yeah. The only way I can see it not being, like, relevant at all in the metagame is, well, like we said, if everything becomes Mega, or if it becomes, like, specially oriented, that'd just be really bad. Let's go into the next thing. Mega Absol, excuse me, now gets Magic Bounce. It's right here. You can see it on my screen. Yeah. You can see it right there. It does look really awesome. I think it's RU now, but it's not going to be anymore. If you... Now, what other physical Magic Bouncers are there? Like, none? That's... Judging by what happened to Xatu and Espeon, I'm guessing this is going to OU, because Gen was 4th Gen, like you stated earlier. Gen 4 was frickin'... Whoops. And now they're UU and OU. Yeah. I mean, if you want to make, like, a Magic Bounce team and stuff, I mean, Absol, I'm planning on using Absol. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely using Absol. Mega Mewtwo is just, we're just gonna say it's a big fuck you to Darkrai, and that's basically all we're gonna say for now, because we don't know its moves and stuff, just like before, and we know it's still getting Aura Spear and Side Strike. It's true. But Espeon isn't that bulky either. But you can still run Sashed. Yeah, that's true. Absol gets Baton Pass. Yeah, it gets Baton Pass. It always has. I had this one guy who sub SD'd and then Baton Passed on me. Don't know if that's going to be legal with Magic Bounce, but you still have to remember it does get. I'm pretty darn sure it gets Baton Pass, unless the guy was cheating on EO, which is pretty hard to do. We'll continue. Yeah. You can run special oriented, even if its special stats is that high. It looks like it could be special. Yeah. 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 I mean, even though its stats aren't that great, that doesn't stop people from abusing Espeon. I mean, you can still, it's still viable. I'd say it's better than Xatu still. You can run, depends how much special attack. I mean, if this new form is like specially oriented, then it could run like Blizzard. Does it get Thunderbolt? I'm pretty sure it gets Thunderbolt. It gets Blizzard, it gets Thunderbolt. It might get Flamethrower, I don't know. You have to confirm that. Speaking of Thunderbolt, while we're on the topic, let's go into Mega Ampharos, which we actually overlooked earlier when we were looking through this. It looks like a mage from, like, Fire Emblem or something. Like that one guy. What's his name in the first Fire Emblem game? Guy with the, like, big billowing hair. Okay, we're gonna, well... okay, we'll just consider... Okay, so, Dragon Ball Z has got some new toys to play with now. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Holy crap. How slow is it? Is it like Druddigon? I mean, it depends. If it gets detail, I might run like a specially defensive detail and make it with Druddigon. Make something in UU with 2 phasers. I mean, that sort of depends what moves it gets and what stats, but yeah, Draco Meteor sounds great. I mean, what other Pokemon are Electric Dragon? Just Zekrom, and Zekrom's Uber, so this is like giving... That's true. Yeah. Ah, yeah. What, should we go into Mawile just because we can? Just for the heck of it? Can you tell me if Lucario gets Baton Pass? 'Cause I just had an epiphany. Okay, because everything aside from Mewtwo, I don't think Mewtwo gets Baton Pass, right? It doesn't. Everything except Mewtwo on this list gets Baton Pass. So far, unless Lucario doesn't get it. So, this could... Well, Ampharos. Ampharos does. Yeah, it does. Lucario, did you say it does? What if they make every Pokemon that has Baton Pass and they give it this new form? Think about that for a second. Ninjask. Freaking Ninjask gets a new form. It gets hair. Can you picture, like, a Shedinja, What if Shedinja got an HP boost? With Fairy. Let's go there. We give it 50 HP instead of 1. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it has that sash. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's really good. Also, it's worth mentioning that there's going to be a Torchic that's going to be released with the game after the game comes out, and it gets an item called Blaziken Knight, which sounds like the hero crest, and frickin' yeah. I didn't want to make it that reference because I might be completely wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Should we go into anything else? Also, there's some new Pokemon there, but they don't look that great, and they're completely overshadowed by this. Yeah, there's an electric fairy announced that basically looks like mini Raichu. With Emolga ears. With Emolga ears. That's pretty bad. Darkrai wasn't even that good to begin with. I made it sort of competitive, my own little Darkrai set. Not too much. I'm talking about like Gen 5 metagame. Like, it went from really good Gen 4. U2 gave you a nice check. Plus RCS. Yeah. Yes. It's already fat. The only thing that I was actually thinking of, don't laugh at me, I was thinking about a Selgor being a counter to Mewtwo because it's super fast. What if Mewtwo, this new form, checks a Selgor and we now have like nothing that outspeeds it except like freaking Ninjask? It doesn't need any more special attack. It already has like the highest special attack in the game. Hands down. Sure, I'm white. Come close to it. I mean, if 154 is already 154 is already good. Yeah. Yeah, I agree there. Also, we're not gonna really go in depth into new Pokemon, but there was a little guy called, like, a little blooper like guy announced, and he looks awesome. So yeah, I just haven't done like anything involving the new Pokemon recently because a lot of other people were doing it. I'm just assuming that they look on those people's. Yeah. So I believe that's going to be it, because just leave your comments. Like, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, you can't say that this isn't going to affect the metagame in no way whatsoever, unless they all have really bad stats. I mean, they should be higher. That's like freaking. We'll go back to Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan. That would be like using extra power to become weaker. That sounds like the dumbest idea ever. Wow. Let's not DB's logic. Oh wow. Well, on that note, again, just let us know what you think. Do you think this is... Well, we already went into that. Before I ramble on incredibly long, peace, YouTube.